Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got a great collection from our friends at Hunkdory Crafts. These are Moonstone cutting dies. This is Winter Wreath, and this is Christmas Bouquet. These are intricate edges cutting dies, and they are gorgeous. We've also got Just My Type Christmas Sentiment strip pads, and I used them all to make this beautiful card. I can't wait to show you how I did this, so come back and play with us. So this is the Christmas Bouquet cutting die set, and it comes in two pieces. All right, so we've got this main piece and then this piece, which then cuts it into a rectangle. So for this card, I used both pieces together, okay, and then I used some glitter cardstock. So before I show you how to put this all together, I want to take a quick peek at the Christmas Sentiment strip pad. It's got all of these little sentiments that you cut apart, and they're in different finishes. So we've got that sort of parchment look, and then we've got white, and we've got black. And it's great. It's got things like Christmas blessings and Merry Christmas, but it's also got more specific things like grandpa and granny and sister-in-law and mother-in-law and things that you can personalize your cards. So that is a very nice tool to have, and there's just a ton of them in here. It says there's 2,560 sentiment strips in there. That is a great deal. Don't forget to check out the money saver on these things, are right over there. All right, so let's get to this card. So the first thing I did was die cut that image from forest suede paper. If you're not familiar with suede, it's fabrics, like a suede fabric on the front, and then on the back it's paper. It die cuts like a dream, you guys. Hardly any shimming at all. It's just beautiful, beautiful. So I started off with that, and then I took, this is lime green glitter cardstock. Boy, I just drew a blank there. Lime green, red, white, and I also used a little bit of gold, and I forgot to grab that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to adhere that to this background. So once I cut this one using both dies, then I cut just this background just using this, so it fit perfectly. Now we need to adhere this here, okay? So there's a couple of things you can do for that. We've got sticky specks, which are this great tool. You peel this back like that, and then you place, this is sticky, and then you go ahead and place your die cut image on there, close it, give it a good rub there, open it up, pull it off, and then place it. However, that works great with paper. I don't think it works so great with the glitter cardstock because it is very textured and we want this to adhere and not peel away. So I used Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue right here, but I put it in these new little applicator bottles, which is so great. I love these applicator bottles because it's great for fine detail, and I also don't use so much glue, which is nice, so I don't have a lot of seeping going on. And yeah, it may seem like that's going to take a long time to get this attached, but let's just check it out, okay? So I'm just going along here, and I'm just going to be putting some dots of glue around the outside edge, which really is the most important part. We don't want that flying off. And then I kind of go up into here, just like this. All right, so now I've got those main areas, and now I'm just kind of getting that center part, and then I'm going along these little lines. I want to make sure that I get some along the bits that are kind of, they're not attached, you know what I mean? They're those little pieces that are going up through the center of the flowers. Just a little touch there. So this whole process of putting on glue like this, I mean, it's going to take like 90 seconds or less. Don't time me. Yeah, so it's very, very simple, especially with this applicator bottle. I love these. I've been using one at home for a while, and just sort of forgot to mention it to Paulette, and one day I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, we should really have these, and she ordered them and they immediately sold out, so we think you guys like them too. All right, I think we've got that. Oop, I forgot the little piece right here. All right, we can always add. All right, now we're going to take this, I'm just going to put this right down. The other thing that's so great about using glue is it's forgiving, right? I mean, if you need to move it over a little bit, okay, move it over. It's not a problem. Okay, so that was pretty quick and easy. So the next thing we're going to do is I took this die and I actually used it again to cut out the white. So this part, this card is paper piecing, so it does take a little bit of time, but it's an activity. We're having fun. So I went ahead and I die cut this piece. I didn't worry about getting all of the whole image. I'm really just wanting those flowers, okay? So I'm just going to show you how I did a little bit of this. You're just going to pop these out. Okay, the area that's around those little stamen bits, that part can get a little tricky. So you just kind of want to hold on to those little stamen bits a little bit, and as they kind of let loose from the glitter cardstock. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to put that right there. Oh, this has a little bit of the backing. There we go. Once again, I'm just using my little applicator bottle, and I'm just kind of putting some glue right around there. This has a little bit of a clog. There we go. Now, the pokey tool, my favorite pokey tool, this is very useful. So we're going to take this, we're going to line it up just like a puzzle piece. And then you just take your pokey tool and you kind of push, whoops, you're going to kind of push down and make that connect. Ugh. Right there. Okay. And then you just move on to your next piece. We'll do this piece right here. Like I said, those little stamen pieces can be tricky because they are so thin. We don't want to pull one off. There we go. All right, and the reason I'm putting the glue on this background instead of on the piece is I think it's just really helping the glitter cardstock adhere to the glitter cardstock. And you're just going to keep doing that, filling in all that white area. And then when you get to the gold little pieces right here in the center, I did the same thing with just a little bit of gold. But what I did with those was I just took pieces, like little squares of gold cardstock, and I just stuck that, I just set it right here, and then also on these little starburst things. And then I left my die facing up, and then I just ran it through the die machine so that I didn't have to waste a lot of glitter cardstock. Same with these little red berries with this red glitter cardstock. And yeah, it was so easy. And then I should mention that part of this die is these leaves, they lift up, okay? They're not meant, they're already die cut. And here's what I did with those. I lifted those up. I put a little bit of adhesive right at the tip. And then I just sort of pulled it back and then tacked it down so it wasn't like right, it wasn't like squared up within the die. So I don't know how to explain that, but you can see here, it's got a little bit of dimension right there. I just thought that was a fun thing to do with it. All right, so that's how I did that card. And then when I was all done, I matted it with some of the red cardstock. This is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. I will tell you that I did cut a little bit off of this bottom right here, because when I set it on here like that, it was a little tiny, like 1/32 of an inch. It was a little bit too long for my card, and I didn't get that nice red border, so I just trimmed a tiny little bit off. So that's how I did that one. And then I wanted to show you what it looks like when you don't use both dies together. When you don't use them like this, you just did this, and you die cut it from a card front. Look at that. So you get all this beautiful, intricate work, and you've got this nice mat behind it, so it shows up nicely, and then that's where you do your message on your card. And it's sort of tied together with this ribbon. So how to do that? brought a blank card with me. Yes, I did. Here it is. All right. So for this one, what you want to do is you want to take your die and you want to place it on your card front. And then you want to use some low-tack tape, which of course, again, I forgot to bring. So you want to tape that down, okay? And then you're going to take a piece of scrap cardstock and place it right there. And then you're going to fold over. All right, so you've got a sandwich. And then you're going to take this on your die cutting machine, 6-inch wide platform, no problem. These all work for 6-inch wide platform. And you're going to run it through your machine, okay? Just lovely. I love it. So when you get done though, you're going to have a little bit of a texture on the back, okay? Because when you're done, of course, you're going to put it all back together, okay? And you're going to have sort of a little pattern or embossing really on the back of your card. And so what you do to correct that is you just make sure you have some paper going on top of that. No one is going to see that. Okay, it's great. And then I added some of our little strip greetings there. And of course, as I said before, this is burgundy ribbon from our burgundy ribbon set. And it just holds together your little insert. That's not glued it down. All right. Next, oh, I should mention too that this paper right here comes from Christmas Memories paper pack, and I specifically used this one right here because I have burgundy on one side and a really nice green on the other. All right, so the next one is our lovely wreath die. This is gorgeous. Look at that. So cool, and it's so nice and big to work with, but it still fits very nicely on a 5 by 6.5 inch card, no problem. So the first one I wanted to show you is this card, Merry Christmas, and then here the wreath is cut from suede paper. This one is the olive suede, which I love this color, and it goes so nicely with this burgundy background. So for this one, for the background, I used our new Christmas Aglow 12 by 12 pattern cardstock, and I used this one right here, but I used the side of it, okay, because I wanted this little bit right here to show. And then I die cut this from this wonderful suede. You can see it's got this cut right here, and I just placed that so that the cut was just overlapping the suede a little bit. Die cut so beautifully, you guys. And then I added, this is gold thin line dazzle sticker. You can buy this one by the sheet. And I just put a length of that right along the bottom edge. And then also used my favorite lately, I love these. These are Hunkdory Diamond Sparkles gold studs, and they come in 3 different sizes. And they're little stickers with adhesive on them, and I just placed those all around for my decoration. And then right here I used this gold finish Merry Christmas dazzle stickers, and here they are, that one right there. And they come in all these wonderful finishes. Oh, and then I added some more of that burgundy ribbon. So yeah, loving that burgundy color scheme this winter. All right, so for this last one, I wanted to show you how you cut this from the card front. It's a little bit different than the first one. So what you're going to do is place it right here, and then you're going to do that same thing where you place that cardstock there, wrap that around, have it go through your machine, okay? And then when you do that, here I've got my pieces all stuck together. Okay, once you've done that, this is what you're going to come up with. See how like embossed that is on that side? Don't worry, we're going to cover that. But then you've got this piece right here because my card's a little bit longer. No worries. Ooh, where are my scissors? Guys, I lost my scissors. Okay, I found a pair of scissors. All right, so what we're going to do with that is we're just going to go ahead and cut this away right there. And you want to cut it away right on your card fold. And as I said, this is only necessary if you're using a larger card and the die is wide. There we go. All right. And now we're going to take a piece of paper. We're just going to place that right there so that we're covering up that embossed area for sure. Go ahead. I want to make sure that the outside edges are really well adhered because that's what gets most handling on a card. Okay, and now I want to take my paper and I want to make sure it's up really close to this edge over here. Go. And as you can see, I didn't cut my paper quite as wide as I should have. So we've got a little bit of a line right here. But that's okay. Always a way to fix that. So we're going to take some of those gold thin line stickers. We're going to take one of those. And we're going to just place that right along that edge. There we go. And we're just going to trim away the excess there. And then I think I'm going to put one right up here along this edge too. Just to make sure I've got that white edge covered. There. Little bit here that I'm going to trim away. Usually I glue my background paper in by like I take a whole sheet and I glue it down, but I was trying to save time today. Well, that didn't work out. Having it pre-cut. All right, so there we go. Now we can just take our little bow here, which is so cute. You could put it here. You could put it right down here, which is what I think I'm going to do. A little bit of your glue. Now if you're using glue like this and you're adhering that there, adhere that and then put something in there so that it's not going to stick to your background paper if it gets a little bit compressed. And then we've got one of our little Merry Christmas pieces right here, and I'm just going to put that right up there. That kind of overlapping. Make sure that's really stuck down. Go. Isn't that sweet? And look at that. Just so delicate. So beautiful, you guys. So you guys, we have got a fantastic money saver on this collection. I would really encourage you to check that out. It's on the right-hand side of our screen. If you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, down below the video, we've got each item individually that you can just add right into your cart if you want to pick and choose. If you're watching us on YouTube, hey, thumbs up would be really appreciated. It helps people find our channel. And if you look below the video in the description box, we have a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. And hey, subscribe. We do 4 to 5 videos a week and we wouldn't want you to miss a thing. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.